Well, great to join you again, Alistair, on your show. And hello, good afternoon to your viewers. It's not bunker. It's definitely never bunker with Boris. Boris is one of those people, as you know, I've known him for a very long time, worked 4 years cheek by jowl with him in City Hall. It's always a moving forward policy. More to be done, focus on the challenges ahead, keep delivering. He will be driving that message home about delivering. And what do I mean by delivering? It's all the promises that he is making, and he makes a lot of promises. And someone who was responsible for delivering some of those promises, I know what it feels like, the pressure, because he knows that actually when it comes down to it, people will judge him on his delivery. Yes, they might not be happy with some of the things he's done, some of the things he said. And yes, I know the issues about parties are running, and people quite rightly are upset. But at the end of the day, if he delivers those hospitals, those homes, the jobs, the challenge that we have on the cost of living crisis, and this radical agenda to level up the economy of the country and the opportunities in the UK, I think people will take a long look at his record and say, well, you know, he does what he promises to do. And I think that's why he's been so successful as a politician all these years.
Fascinating. Given that list of alternative challenges that you talked about, and we were talking about it on the programme earlier with Joanne Nadler, who you know, who's a Tory consultant, but also Joe Phillips, who's a Lib Dem consultant. I asked them, and I'll ask you directly as well, given that that's what folk are more worried about, particularly cost of living and energy prices, was it that wise of him to troop off to India and try and cut a trade deal that is still going to take quite some time to start delivering wealth and jobs and the rest of it here? Would you advise him to go on that trip or stay and fight the good fight here at home?
No, absolutely, because, you know, you're Prime Minister of the United Kingdom and you are taking this country forward on the global stage, and particularly after Brexit. We are now in a position to make these deals. And India is a long-term relationship partner, a huge business partner. It's going to be the third biggest economy in the world by 2050 and have population greater than the US and the EU combined. This is a huge market for global Britain. And this Prime Minister wants to ensure that we're at the front of that queue. We're making that relationship to get a trade deal in place. And I think the agreement that's been reached with Prime Minister Modi has been to get an agreement done by autumn of this year. Now, that would be absolutely brilliant for British economy, for British jobs, for British trade, import and exports. And I think that's the kind of focus that he has. Yes, there's problems at home at the moment, current issues. But if you get bogged down with only those, which what the opposition and the people who are challenging the Prime Minister probably do want to time up with, you won't get this kind of progress of Britain on the global stage and bringing the jobs and the opportunities to the country that the Prime Minister wants to see happen here.